Okay, so hi honeys, how are ya? Tanya Nishailok here, and of course, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you all? I hope that you are fine, amazing. Welcome back to another vlog. So, you guys, before passing nursing school, there is actually a lot of hard work and preparation that goes into it. So, for today's vlog, I want to actually tell you a simple story of how I was able to get 4 A's in all my promotional nursing examinations that was of the year 2021 that have been just released by the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examination Board recently. And I also want to share with you 3 different tips that are very, very important before your next exam or your next move anywhere in life, in order to get at least better results and spend less time and get more done at the same time. So without any further ado, let us just dive into the video right now. Before that, if this is the first time you're watching my face over here, hi there, I'm Tanya Nishailok. I'm a second year student and nurse. I'm also a content creator here on YouTube. I create content around beauty and lifestyle, so you can go on and subscribe. And of course, you like this video, comment and share out with friends and family. You guys, I started nursing school back then in 2019. If you are very long honey of mine, you probably know this. And I even did my first vlog in nursing school. I'll be linking it in my description box below. Hopefully after this you can go watch that. But I started nursing school back then in 2019. That was in the month of July. It was before COVID-19 hit, and we moved very, very well, and I was able to accomplish my first semester very, very well, absolutely with good results. But you guys, I never shared with you by then, So 2020 hit, and I started my second semester in January. Yes, I started my second semester in January, and it was supposed to end in June of 2020. But I think you guys remember that was a period where not only my country, Uganda, but also a lot of other countries actually were in lockdown, and there was no examination being done, and there was actually not a lot of work being done, especially when it comes to school generally. And so we kept on being in COVID and COVID and COVID. But I think throughout the period of COVID, reading and discussions and revising was very, very paramount to me. And I actually kept on and kept on reading, though I was conducting YouTube and doing YouTube, but I actually went on with reading and discussing with my fellow student nurses on phone. So we went back to school actually so throughout the whole year of 2020, there was no education here in Uganda generally. So when 2021 came, my government decided that we should all go back to school. That was around the month of February, all of us, like starting from nursery to university student. But in March, things worsened. So when they worsened, we had just started, I think, like 3 weeks, we came back home. So we went and remember that they're the exams we are prolonging. Yes, they were first of all supposed to be done in June. Now they have been postponed to 2021. They were supposed to be done in March, came back home for second lockdown in March. They are again extended. So we stayed at home. But around the month of May, I think around the month of May, the government came up with an idea for all student nurses and student medical personnel to go back to school because our course is somehow, I don't know, very important or something like that. So we went back to school around the fifth month of the year. And within that period of 1 month that they brought us back home because of COVID, again, we remained discussing and reading with my fellow students, besides doing YouTube, besides doing social media, besides doing my other entrepreneurial things. I stayed on grinding with books because I know how important it is. So luckily enough, I don't know if that was luck, but the government allowed us to go back to school. And when we went back to school around the 5th month of the year, we were supposed to be doing examinations, I believe, in the 8th month of the year. So we had almost something like 2 to 3 months to prepare to accomplish everything, accomplish the whole course outlines for every course unit we were doing. It was tough. It was a lot of work. It was amidst a period of time that I don't right now wish to anyone. We used to go to school very, very early. We had to come back home very, very early, like by 3 p.m. in the evening. You have to have left school because of the curfew, because of a lot of different things. So we are reading on pressure, but again, we persisted on discussion and discussion and reading and discussion. So actually, the papers that I was doing, the papers that were being postponed and postponed, one of which was primary healthcare PHC. The other one was foundations of nursing 2. Then the other one was anatomy and physiology 2, and the last one was foundations of nursing practicals. So you guys, I continued reading. So when the time came finally to sit at those examinations, and we sat them, by the time we sat them, we had actually, me, myself, and my other group members, we had actually covered the whole course outline from every course unit we had to actually do our exams from. So we are well to go. But as you know, the side effects of COVID-19 and all that happened within that period of time, we had a lot of self-sabotage, doubt. We had a lot of fear, in us, and we never knew that actually even we would make it. But luckily enough, when the day clicked in and we went in for our first paper, the first paper, I think it was anatomy and physiology, we found the paper that it was so good. Like everything actually we had discussed in class, everything was in the paper. So I did the paper. I felt like I had done the paper very well, but you never know, because I'm at the end of the day, I'm human. So I was like, I don't know, I feel like I've done the paper, but you never know. So we went in for the second paper, that was Foundations of Nursing 2, my best paper ever, Foundations of Nursing 2, absolutely amazing, sat it. I think they bought for us catheterization, female catheterization, did it very, very well. We went in for practicals, absolutely amazing. They bought us very, very good questions, though they were kind of hard, and but we were able to pass them. Preparation of sterile theories, drug administration, wound dressing, sterile wound dressing, all those other things that were somehow hard according to the period where we were in our lives by then as student nurses, And the last paper, which happens to be PHC, primary health care, it was kind of hard because the paper was set generally as a GP paper, general knowledge paper, but I used all the knowledge that I would by then have collected, especially around current affairs in my country, about COVID-19. By then, it was one of the current affairs. Second of all, it was about terrorism within the borders of my country. Then innovation, people had started being very innovative. So I used all that energy and all that information I had gained in the period of time I was at home with COVID-19 to actually write that paper. So you guys, it has been almost, I believe, 3 months since we started those examinations, and they were not yet out. So last week, finally, Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examination Board did release our exams, and to my surprise, guys, I had passed all my papers with A, above 80 and 90s. Guys, 80s and 90s. I am very, very thankful for that. I'm very, very thankful to the Almighty, all my group members, like all of them did pass all their examinations, and I'm very, very happy about that. They have 80s, they have 70s, all those group members of mine I was discussing with, 60s, 70s, 80s, and I'm very, very grateful, very, very grateful and full of gratitude to see that the people, especially my fellow student midwives and student nurses I usually discuss with, have also passed and have not passed alone. It is very, 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 very exciting to me to know that we have moved as a group, we have evolved as a group, and we have moved to another level as a group. You guys, as I promised you, there are 3 different points that I want to give you about how to actually level up when it comes to our examinations, or actually, participating in any move that you're about to be doing in order to save more time and actually get more done. The first thing that I think I literally did notice within that period of time, it is discussions are very, 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 very absolutely important, not only at work or anywhere else, but also in education. I believe that I was able to get the marks that I did get because of the persistent discussions that I used to hold with my other student. Nan says you can get a group of 3, 4, 5 people, and actually you can sit down and discuss a lot of different things, and you can be able to share ideas. As the saying goes, that something said by your fellow friend or your fellow teammate, you cannot actually forget, as what the teacher said, as the manager said. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is about self-confidence. I pledge to you that you try your best to build self-confidence in you, because without self-confidence, I don't see myself actually passing these examinations, because I think I remember reaching into the PhD paper and I was like, God, what is this? What is this? Current affairs, But I was so confident enough to believe in myself, to know that everything I'm going to be putting down, it is right content and it is right work that is actually fulfilling what the question is asking for. So I pledge to you to please try to build self-confidence in you. It's a key thing that it will actually take you very, very far in life. Then the third thing, it is all about, especially for students, to please read or revise with questions. Use question approach, especially when you are reading or when you are preparing for any examinations. I pray that you do your research when it comes to questions, because questions are the absolutely best way to actually overcome this thing of forgetting. Because when you have a question you're actually attempting in a particular topic, you will have that nudge, that feeble to actually go on and try to answer that question. And whenever you're trying to answer that question, you're actually boosting your mind in one way or another to try to remember, which will be very important, especially when it comes to exams, to remember what you actually did write down when you were answering that question. So thank you very much, you guys, for watching today's vlog. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share out with friends and family. Let me know all your thoughts about my video in the comment section below. I would love to hear all of them. Kawaida, I'll be answering them. Let me meet you in my next one. Tanya and Shylock switching out. Bye for now.